It happened. The Neo Saban season of Power Rangers gave us a good, dare I say, fantastic anniversary episode with Dimensions in Danger. Going into this episode tonight, I was very excited, but I was also a little bit nervous. I was wondering if all of the videos that I made on the subject were going to be wasted and that this was going to be a bad anniversary episode. And I mean, think about it. We have 22 minutes, or they have 22 minutes, to put together a team of 15, actually 16 Rangers together. A large cast like this could be handled very easily. I mean, just look at the Legendary Battle, and I know some people like the Legendary Battle, but it was mismanaged. It was definitely mismanaged. I mean, even the Samurai Rangers in the Legendary Battle didn't even get a proper introduction or any lines for that matter. And this wasn't a problem in this special. No, it was not a problem at all. Each Ranger got at least 2 lines of dialogue, as I could tell. Even within the first 10 seconds, I knew the special was going to be awesome. Okay, so it opens up, Tommy's getting home at his house in Reefside. Yes, we went back to the old Dino Thunder Tony, and he's about to take his son to school. Let me say that again. He's about to take his son to school. Tommy Oliver has a son in this, and his name is JJ. And then out of nowhere, Tommy is kidnapped by Lord Draven. Now you're probably wondering who Lord Draven is. Well, he's this guy who wants to break the dimensional barrier. This is what is keeping multiple different Ranger dimensions separate, you know, RPM, Dino Charge, and our main timeline. And he wants to break that and then conquer them all and destroy all of the Power Rangers. So what he did is that he kidnapped Tommy Oliver, then created an evil version of him, then used that evil version to go to different Rangers that trust Tommy, and then also kidnap them by luring them into a trap, once again with this evil Tommy. Then take those Rangers and create evil clones of them for a Ranger army. I thought this was an awesome premise. So before all that comes to light, Tommy's kidnapped in the very end, like I said. Then it cuts to the Ninja Steel Rangers, and they go back to their base, and the cloaked figures from episode 9 reappear, and it's revealed that it was Wes, the Red Time Force Ranger, Gemma, the Silver RPM Ranger, and Coda, the Blue Dino Charge Ranger, and I'm pretty sure that was very obvious, and I was able to tell from the last episode. It also made sense with the separate dimension thing, but hey, it was a cool reveal. Wes says that Time Force created a device that lets him dimension hop and create portals to other dimensions. This was perfect. A fantastic explanation on how every single Ranger got there and how these Rangers were able to create contact and get to this dimension in the first place. The Rangers say that Tommy hasn't been answering his communicator and they think something happened to him. So they go to his house and they find Lord Draven and an evil version of Tommy. They figure out Lord Draven's plan to shoot mega arrows at the dimensional border, tear it all down after 3 arrows is shot, and then take his Ranger clone army and destroy them all. It is quickly mentioned that Draven is from the Antiverse, whatever that is, although it's probably just another dimension. Well, I know it's another dimension, and they follow him there. Pretty soon, the Rangers find Lord Draven's base and try to go there and get on a bridge, but then they're surrounded by a bunch of minions. Then out of nowhere, this invisible creature, person, whatever, destroys all of them and saves the Rangers. It is later realized that this is Tommy and he was using his invisibility powers from the Black Dino Gem. Tommy says that he used the Dino Gem's invisibility powers to escape during the cloning process. Then the Ninja Steel Rangers go off and try to find the Mega Arrows so that Lord Draven cannot destroy the dimensional barrier. Then Tommy, Wes, Gemma, and Coda go off to try to find the Rangers that were captured. Tommy, Wes, Gemma, and Coda do find the other Rangers and free them from the cloning process. And then as they're leaving, the evil version of Tommy confronts the other Tommy, and then the best part about this anniversary special happened. We had a one-on-one Tommy versus Tommy fight. The evil clone was an evil version of the Black Dino Thunder Ranger, and then the normal Tommy was the Green Ranger, the White Ranger, and the Red Zeo Ranger. Sadly, no Red Turbo Ranger, but he used what he called as a Master Morpher and morphed into all of these Rangers, and it was fantastic. The clone is obviously defeated, then all the Rangers meet up for this giant clone battle, which you definitely need to see. It was fantastic. It was so much better than a lot of really anything in Power Rangers we've ever seen. There was a lot of CGI used, but that was fine. It looked okay, and it looked great in some areas for Power Rangers, definitely, and I just loved the fight. I loved it. After the clones lose the battle, Lord Draven is gigantified and he shoots his last arrow at the dimensional barrier and he almost wins. And then Tommy becomes the White Ranger, calls upon his Falcon Zord, flies up, catches the arrow midair, and then throws it back at Lord Draven and he is defeated. And after that, the Rangers go home to their dimensions. Also, there's a remixed version of the Go-Go Power Rangers theme that we heard in Samurai and Megaforce. It was pretty great. Instead of saying like Go-Go Samurai or Megaforce all together, it just said all together Power Rangers. That was cool. I always liked that version of the song. It was always fun hearing it, and it was the perfect time to play it, to be honest. Yeah, having an MMPR Ranger doing something awesome during an anniversary special was the perfect song to play. Now here's the nitpickiest nitpick ever. I still think they could have used the term Mighty Morphin Power Rangers because it could have just been a way to describe the Rangers that they were singing about, and I would have loved to hear that, but it doesn't matter either way. I'm just saying I think it could have been done. All in all, I loved the episode. I definitely recommend it, and I think it's one of the best Power Ranger episodes we have gotten in a very long time. Now, I have a couple of nitpicks, but they're the tiniest nitpicks ever. First off, Master Morpher, where did that come from? I know you didn't have much time to explain that at all, but even like one sentence could have done it. To be honest, it's just the tiniest nitpick, but this Master Morpher, it's cool. It's definitely cool, but what the heck is it? And another one, and probably even the last one, is this army was defeated easily by 16 Rangers, and you expected to take over 3 dimensions with it. Why? That didn't make any sense to me, because it just can't work if these 16 Rangers can destroy it, and you're trying to take over multiple dimensions with hundreds, well, maybe not hundreds, but tens of Rangers. No, it's Power Rangers, and that was probably never supposed to be even thought of, but hey, it's still there. It's just the tiniest nitpick, let me tell you. I don't care, really. In fact, I'm just glad that they actually addressed the fact that dinosaurs never went extinct in the Dino Charge universe because of what happened at that finale. I'm glad they addressed it, and actually, it's kind of funny now. I know a lot of people were very mad when that happened because it kind of just undid the entire season, or actually 2 seasons, and I still understand that, but you gotta admit, it was kind of funny, kind of clever, and I honestly liked it. And the last episode, episode 9, actually tied in with this episode better than I thought it was going to be. I didn't really know why those cloaked figures, which was Wes, Gemma, and Coda, were really there. It didn't make much sense to me, and maybe I was just dumb, but, you know, in this episode, it put 2 and 2 together. They were recruiting Rangers because of this catastrophe that was happening, because they noticed a lot of Rangers were going missing, so they were looking for potential help. Yes, it built suspense, really, but I don't think it was needed in the end. If they just showed up in this episode like that, I think it would have been much more surprising and cool, because in the last episode, it was obvious that it was these Rangers. And you might be saying, well, for the kids who didn't know who these characters were, maybe it was surprising, but why would it be surprising if they had never seen these characters? Just the reveal and the whole mystery, it was useless. It was completely useless, especially because at the end of episode 9, it was revealed that at least one of them was Wes, the Red Time Force Ranger. And I guess the last thing that was the tiniest nitpick is I was kind of disappointed that they still used Sentai footage in this special. I know it's a Power Rangers episode, it's expected to use Sentai footage, but if you're going to go through all of this trouble to bring these Rangers here and to do all of this, I would think that you would want to spend like the, 3-4 minutes that Sentai footage was used to add a little bit extra. You don't need to use a ton of money and do a bunch of action shots the entire time, but just spend some time with these characters. Get to know them a little better. Give the returning Rangers some more lines. They could have used that in the 3 to 4 minutes of Sentai footage that we got in this episode just to do that. And it was very apparent throughout this entire episode that barely any Sentai footage was used. Yes, a villain from Sentai was used, and they did that so they could play just a couple of scenes that Sentai footage was used, but it was kind of useless, to be honest, and I don't know why they did it. They could have used that time to do something much better, but they didn't. But like I said, just a tiny nitpick, I still really like this special. So, like I said earlier, I definitely recommend it. Go ahead and watch it if you haven't already. Actually, if you didn't record it, I don't know when they're going to be playing it again, so you know what? Good luck. That kind of sounded mean. I didn't mean to be mean at all, but Super Ninja Steel will be on Netflix at one point in the DVDs and such, and hey, maybe we'll get an extended version like we did the Legendary Battle. I sure hope so. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. This is the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed. Definitely let me know in the comments below what you thought of this special. Did you think it was good? Do you think it was bad? I want all the details. I'd love to have a conversation with you guys in the comments section. With that being said, everybody, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.